and welcome back to House of Astralis. My name is Kayla and today I will be your cosmic guide for this Cancer season spread. And as this is a general reading, please be at peace with anything that does not fit. Anything that doesn't fit for you will fit for someone else, and I trust that this message finds you for your highest and best good. Again, for Cancer season coming up now that it's June 20th. So I do have my ritual workbook planner here as well. And I have read from them a couple of times, and I do want to read the excerpts for Cancer. And because that also kicks off the summer solstice, I'll read from there. And just a tiny bit about Jupiter entering Cancer, because again, Cancer season, it obviously went into Cancer in a couple weeks ago now, a few weeks ago, around June 8th. It says the 9th here, but I think this is always a day ahead for me, so I want to say June 8th for me. And obviously this was in Gemini season, but it's still important. Jupiter is still going to be in Cancer. And yeah, so if you're not interested in this, there will be timestamps down below for you to click through. But if you are interested, you can go ahead and stay here. So I'll start off with Cancer to give us kind of like a rundown of what Cancer is, and then the solstice, and then Jupiter in Cancer. So to start us off, as the comforting warmth of Cancer season unfolds, we embrace a nurturing and protective energy that contrasts sharply with the lively pace of Gemini. Governed by the moon, the celestial body of emotion and intuition, Cancer deeply values home, family, and emotional security. This water sign initiates a shift from Gemini's scattered exploration to a focus on deepening personal connections and nurturing our roots. Where Gemini's scattered seeds of thought, Cancer invites us to cultivate and deepen those connections, creating emotional sanctuaries. It's a time to cherish stability and familiarity, fostering environments where spirits can truly flourish. Cancer's influence draws us inward, urging introspection and emotional alignment rather than outward expansion. So the energy to tap into, nurturing intuition and protection. Symbolized by the crab with its protective shell, Cancer embodies the sacred sanctuary of the personal and familiar. This season encourages us to embrace our inner world, protect our peace, and connect deeply with loved ones. It's a time to honor our feelings, trust our intuition, and find comfort in the familiar. Cancer's energy is about deepening bonds and expressing care, making it a profound time for healing, sharing heartfelt moments, and reinforcing family ties. Whether it's through intimate gatherings, reflective writing, or simply enjoying the comforts of our home, Cancer season invites you to nurture your soul and those you hold dear. Embrace emotional depth and security. Cancer season teaches us that our feelings are our guide to deeper understanding and connection. It's a period for emotional replenishment where we can shield ourselves from the chaos of the outside world and focus on what truly matters, our personal sanctuaries. This isn't about avoiding change, but about ensuring any changes make our foundation stronger and bonds deeper. Embrace this time to reflect, protect, and connect, allowing your intuition to lead the way in creating a comforting and secure emotional landscape. Cancer season in a nutshell. And again, that kicked off the summer solstice. The summer solstice, also known as midsummer or Litha, holds important astrological significance as a moment of celebration and spiritual reflection. The summer solstice occurs when the sun reaches its highest point in the sky, marking the longest day and shortest night of the year in the northern hemisphere. This celestial event heralds the official beginning of summer, and it is a time when the sun's energy is at its peak, infusing the natural world with vitality, abundance, and growth. From an astrological perspective, this marks the entrance of the sun into the second cardinal sign of Cancer. We begin summer with a focus on our emotions and nurturing those around us. This is a time of illumination, empowerment, and manifestation, as we harness the radiant energy of the sun to fuel our intentions and creative endeavors. At the summer solstice, we celebrate the triumph of light over darkness, both symbolically and metaphorically. It is a time to embrace the fullness of life, to express gratitude for the abundance of Earth, and to honor the cycles of birth, growth, and transformation that shape our existence. The summer solstice invites us to bask in the warmth of the sun's rays, to revel in the beauty of nature's bounty, and to renew our spirits as we journey onward through the wheel of the year. Awesome. So the sun's coming out, or I guess it's been out, but it's at its highest peak, and it wants us to really step on out, get us ready for Leo season coming up, which I'm super excited for, of course. But yes, okay, so Jupiter enters Cancer. Again, this was around the 8th of June, 8th, 9th, depending on where you are. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, moves into Cancer on June 8th or 9th, shifting the focus from fast-paced mental energy of Gemini to the nurturing and emotional depths of Cancer. After months of quick connections, buzzing conversations, and a whirlwind of activity, this transition brings a welcome change. Cancer, ruled by the moon, softens Jupiter's typically grandiose nature, directing its growth towards internal security, deeper emotional bonds, and the spaces where we feel most at home, both physically and within ourselves. Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, meaning its influence here is particularly strong and beneficial. This placement enhances emotional intelligence, generosity, and a desire to care for and protect what matters most. It's a time of building emotional wealth, strengthening relationships, creating a sense of belonging, and expanding the foundations of our lives. Whether this manifests as a physical home expansion, we're moving, we bought a house, so that's what I'm in the middle of actually right now. Is we're in the middle of moving, getting that finished. So again, my setup will be changing here soon, and even then it's probably going to change a few more times because moving, right, all of that good stuff. So whether this manifests as a physical home expansion, reconnecting with family, or deepening emotional healing, Jupiter in Cancer reminds us that the true abundance is found in the love and security we cultivate. There is also a heightened sense of intuition, making this an excellent time to trust gut feelings and follow paths that feel emotionally fulfilling. This shift also encourages us to slow down and appreciate the comforts of home, family traditions, and personal roots. After Jupiter's time in Mercury ruled Gemini, where movement and mental stimulation are dominated, Cancer's influence calls for a more heart-centered approach. The house in your birth chart where Cancer resides will receive this expansive energy, bringing blessings and opportunities in areas related to security, care, and emotional nourishment. As Jupiter moves through this deeply sentimental sign, the best way to harness its gifts is by fostering meaningful connections, creating a sanctuary for yourself and your loved ones, and embracing the emotional wisdom that leads to true growth. Awesome. Okay. I know that was a whole lot of just reading. Obviously, feel free to go back, re-listen. But it sounds like this is all internal work, which makes sense. Again, the personal sanctuary here, and really deepening your connection to the moon, your intuition, this beautiful celestial body that governs us. And the tarot correspondence is the Chariot. So I'm kind of interested to see if the Chariot will come out for us in this reading here. Okay, let's get to it. So to start us off, we will be using the Starlight Frequencies Oracle to kind of just give us what represents the emotional energy that you are moving through this Cancer season. Kind of an overall, start us off with a bang. I'm going to do an oracle, numerology, and tarot to represent this time for us. Yeah, I'll do the overall and then get into the emotional sphere that you're in. Overall energy. I was only going to do one, but two popped out, so that's fine. And numerology, give us the overall energy for us, please, for this collective. And then I got my tiny tarot deck today too, so that's fun. It's very fun, especially because I have small hands. So it's not that it's easier to shuffle, but you know, they're way smaller, especially than my numerology cards. Okay, overall energy for this collective. Heading into Cancer season. Okay, perfect. So let's start us off with the oracles. We've got 3, mind, heart, and will. Allow yourself to exist through all your dimensional layers. Think freely, feel deeply, and live fully. Awesome. And then Jupiter's here, and I assume that's Mars and Mercury as well. That's beautiful. Think freely, feel deeply, and live fully. Awesome. And again, that was number 3. And then we have 44, amplified power, which again hold on, let's get that to focus. 4 is the 4th house, which of course rules Cancer, like we just read. Amplified power. Your energy is being amplified. You hold the power of the ascended masters. Ooh, that's very uplifting, very magical. And the moon is there. That's the moon back there. Okay, fire. Awesome. I love that. The bottom of the deck was 27, soul remembrance. Clips of your lives once lived seep through your subconscious. Acknowledge these memories and that you choose to enter this dimension of experience for deep healing. So again, just more healing, more depthness here. I love that. Numerologically, we have 16, rebirth. Okay, so yeah, things are ending, things are beginning. So with the rebirth, of course, that corresponds to 16, the Tower and Tarot, which we love her. So that's the overall energy. It's like the remembrance, the amplified power. You are ascending, you are rebirthing here. We have the Fool, Tarot with the Fool. Awesome. Okay, so this looks like amazing new beginnings. Alrighty, and we've also got number 2, patience. So yeah, just lots of patience with yourself, with your emotions, your sanctuary, this new beginning. It's important to cultivate that patience because at the end of the day, at the end of this, you'll have that ending and that new beginning, that completion, right? This happy ending, whatever you're looking for, this happiness that's going to come for you because you've taken the next step. So much newness here, and rebirth, literally. Okay, awesome. Okay, so that's what was starting us off. And now let's get into the emotional energy that you're moving through this Cancer season. So what's this emotional energy that you're moving through? Your emotional depths. What's this emotion that you have to cultivate here? And nourish, right, for your sanctuary. We've got the Devil. So, of course, with that, it could be literally even just temptation, but what is holding you back? And it's like deep down you know it because maybe you've done it before and you've been able to let go before, but something keeps bringing you back. So it's like these cycles of again and again and again repeating the same things. You have to kind of let that go and really make the choice for yourself. Am I going to stay here and let this happen to me again? Or am I going to choose to have that rebirth that I'm looking for? The ending and the new beginning here. So either way, just some sort of maybe even self-sabotage, honestly, with yourself, sabotaging yourself and not letting you thrive for whatever reason. So that's why it's going into those depths, right? And seeing what is beneath that so you can really move through it. And what part of you needs nurturing and protection right now? What part of you is craving that nurturing, that protection? Maybe protection from the part of you that is self-sabotaging. I can't show this picture because there's nudity, but it's the Page of Swords. So with that, it's, yeah, literally her sword is cutting the chains from the devil. So if that's like an inner child who wants you to thrive, who wants you to get rid of all the bad things so that you can thrive and be a good adult, whatever that's supposed to look like, a healthy adult, I should say, then yeah, it's like that inner child is really craving that stability here. They want the 10 cups. They don't want to forever be stuck with the devil in the shadow. Awesome. Yeah, okay. I feel called to get another one from the small deck regarding this part of you that needs nurturing and protection. Yeah, we have the Emperor. So the stability, like I was saying, for the 4th house, of course, the stability and the literally, the Emperor is protecting you from the devil here. Or he wants to, at least, right? And it's up to you. You make that choice. Are you going to let this happen again and again? Or continue to repeat these endless cycles? So next, how can you deepen those emotional bonds and cultivate soul connections with others around you? I'm going to do the numerology as well. So yeah, how can you deepen these emotional bonds and cultivate soulful connections with those around you? Interesting. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. So firstly, with the 3, it's planning. That could be even collaboration with other people. If there's a passion, okay, a passion and like collective work around you, making the world a better place literally deepens those connections with you, yourself, the stability around you. But with that, it's like the fire, right? The passionate energy, it's collective passion. So coming together to really make plans. It can be as simple as something personal for me that actually happened. Group of my friends and our partners, we finally had a beach day. We've been planning this for months, and just every weekend something would come up and we finally did it. So that to me was like, okay, we all have this plan, right? Now we actually got to make it happen. So again, just collaborating with other people to fill in your weaknesses, right? We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses here, and it's important to have other people to kind of fill in those gaps. And for you as well, you have strengths that someone else doesn't. So in order for you to really step into this collective energy, this collaboration, you got to stop being so defensive. And of course, this is not saying to not have boundaries, because that's important, but to not guard yourself so much to where you're cutting off the flow and the openness for other people to come in and help you. That's what it is, right? Help. You gotta have, oh, that's interesting. 3 and 7, that's 4 as well. Cancer. Okay, Cancer energy is coming through to here, right? You are not alone. You have to have the emotional maturity to work with other people and know when you should be defensive, overly defensive, and when you can let it go, obviously still being protected. And with the numerology, we have personal growth here. So yeah, growing and ascending yourself helps the world around you as well. Anytime you grow, that helps everyone around you, even in the most minute ways, your environment, everything, because we're all connected. It's all energy, and when you put that out there, that gives everyone else kind of the green light as well. It's like you are the trendsetter, so go ahead and do it for yourself and for those around you. We also have 96, forgiveness. So again, this isn't saying, I say again, but I was talking about it in another video. Forgiveness does not mean you have to forget what someone did to you. It does not mean you have to now be best friends with them. It does not mean that their actions and words were okay. It just means that you can let it go off your chest, off your burden, free yourself from the chains of hate, of sadness, even of just the power that you let go. Call it back. And that's kind of what forgiving is calling back your power, saying, you know, I can't change it and it sucked and I'm not going to let it burden me or hurt me anymore. Of course, put that into your own situation. You know, it's easier said than done. So yeah, definitely just with yourself. Again, you don't ever have to talk to them again. It can be as simple as writing a letter to them, addressed to them, but never sending it. And I think mistakes I've made in my past was sharing those words, sharing those thoughts that I've had when maybe they weren't needed to be expressed to them. I could have kept that to myself, and I can't change the past now, but I definitely see this Ace of Swords as writing it down. Even with the Page of Swords here, writing it down and burning it, do something with it so you can let it go. Put it in water. Let's do that. Put it under the dang new moon that's coming up in Cancer, and just with the intention that it's going to bring new opportunities. Now that you've released all of that and you can let it go, you've now made space for something else to come into your life and fill that gap. Okay, and now we've got, what is your intuition trying to reveal to you beneath the surface? What is your intuition trying to reveal to you just for this Cancer season? What is your intuition trying to reveal to you beneath the surface? Okay, we've got the Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords, and King of Wands. Okay, so let's unpack this here. The Queen, obviously Swords, the mentalness here. So I do definitely see things that need to be cut off. You need to cut the chains that are binding you to something that isn't benefiting you at the end of the day. So Queen of Swords, she's cutting off the head of an older person, and that can be a lot of things. And with this, the divine yin, right, connecting back to the moon energy, she's not letting old traditions and what femininity looks like to hold her back. She's cutting that off. She's not letting these old patterns and projections dictate where and what she's gonna go, what she's going to do. She's gonna do whatever she wants for herself. And the butterfly crown, that's the rebirth that came in earlier, right? She's making her own decisions and she knows she's protected from it. So with the Eight of Swords, again, letting go of what isn't serving you. Let go of the victim mentality, because if this is you putting yourself here with the devil and these chains because of your addictions, of your self-sabotage, of your lack of self-discipline, you know, you've really got to let it go. Dig deep. Yeah, okay, that the Hermit came up. So you got to really go within, dig deep, and have that conversation with yourself. How can you protect your sanctuary? How can you, the Ouroboros, or I guess the Orphic egg it would be, but how can you follow the light and give yourself a rebirth? How can you stop the change, the cycle of this toxic behavior from going? You know, there's more emotional waters that can be discovered here. Once you remove the swords, once you let them go, and once you're able to walk that path, take off your blindfold. Look, she's very anguished. She knows she has this decision to make. And hopefully she does it for her highest and best good. And the King of Wands, he's in his authority, right? Authority here. And he's looking at the Emperor, which is interesting because they have similar energies. The Emperor is Mars, Aries, I believe. So very fiery, very passionate, and so is the King of Wands. And of course, he's more, or he can be career oriented, but it's interesting that we have this dynamic of the moon, the emotions, and maybe just getting. So if you are very angry, if you have a lot of anger, not saying that it's solo vibe and just transmute it and spiritually bypass it, because that's not helpful to anyone at the end of the day. When you bypass it, of course, maybe have the thought to recognize it and change your state so that you can really see where you're coming from, or step back and observe. But anger is fuel too. Anger can be turned into passion and creativity if you let it, right? That's the fine line. Are you going to let your anger and your behaviors dictate where you're going to go and chain you to the toxicity, or will you allow it to help you create something new and collaborate with other people so that you can charge that energy into something else? Again, it's not about forgetting I am never angry, because yes, you are. As a person here on this planet, on this world, going through what we're going through, you are angry, and it's okay to be angry, but you can't just make a mess, right? You can't make it a worse life for yourself and the people around you having to deal with your anger, because that's not right either. You have to be able to step into the emotional depths with the King of Cups here. You have to be able to have that fine line of the yin, the yang, the balance of working with it instead of against it, or letting it control you, because you are in control of your emotions. You can control it. You can do it. You can't let that dictate you at the end of the day. We also had domestic harmony for the numerology for this question. So your intuition is talking to you, trying to tell you either that you need domestic harmony, right? You need stability here, and that something isn't working and it's causing friction in your domestic space, not allowing that harmony to come through. And perhaps it's on the other side. All you have to do is change your mindset and let go of things that aren't working for you. Free yourself from your chains. So that's on the other side. That's something to look forward to, even. And yeah, again, that 4, because it's a 4-6. 4 is, of course, home. 4th house, Cancer. So it looks like you've got a journey ahead of you, right? But it's a fine journey and something to very much look forward to, like I said. And if you can come out of it, we have a Fool again. You can walk out of the darkness and into something new, brand new, with the sun shining on you. Okay. So now, what is getting in the way of you feeling safe, seen, or loved in your inner world? What is getting in the way of you feeling this domestic harmony, right? My throat chakra just started going off, so not using your words, right? Lots of swords too, so that can be literally holding yourself back, speaking what needs to be said. Firstly, we have the 2 of Cups. 2 swords. 2 swords. So it's having that blindfold on, right? Not knowing where to go. And the moon, she's coming out again. So the moon and the decisions that you have to make, it's like you're not seeing clearly, right? Or maybe you're not even listening to your intuition with the Page of Cups here. What's getting in the way of is you not knowing what to do because you can't see what's in front of you. You can't listen to the world around you. And maybe the blindfolds are much needed, because once we kind of hinder a perception or a sense, we're able to really use the other ones to kind of bring that in. So maybe that's what you have to do, is if you're literally not seeing, then might as well cover your eyes so that you can sense the world around you. And this is like a quick practice and exercise, right, of sensing. And at least the blindfold will make you not open your eyes so that you can get information otherwise. But alternatively, or just again with this card, there's a decision that you have to make, and it's hard because you don't know what to do, but there's lots of emotion behind it. There's a body of water behind both of these figures here. So your emotions, again, are very important in this time, this sanctuary of yours, so that you can move forward and have that, again, emotional maturity. But what else is getting in the way of you feeling safe, seen, or loved in your inner world? Your environment. Again, another 44 environment. So that's the second 44 that came out. It's kind of straightforward from there to say that the environment you are in is hindering your growth. And maybe you've been blinded to that, or again, your subconscious knows, you're intuitively, maybe you knew, and this is hopefully just confirmation for you to take that action that will crumble this foundation, this environment, so that you can build something else brand new, something else that will better serve you and your inner child, because your inner child, again, wants that stability here. You no longer want to be tied to the devil. Maybe this is literally a person in your life, or again, just the environment, because it's not helping your personal growth. And of course, we can grow through what we go through, but if it's a fix like your environment and you're able to move and change it in some way, then do it. And it can literally just be cleansing the energy, right, of your home, just a quick sweep of a quick, whatever's only allowed to be here is of good, of my highest and best good, of no harm. And it can be, there's something that just escaped. It escaped me, but it's, again, just simple practices. Like, this is my space, only. Thing also was, I've heard it, I don't know where I heard it from. It was pretty recent, but it's changing things in your home, locations. I think they had a very specific number of 27. I don't know how specific it needs to be, or if it can literally just be a few things, but you move something in your home, just another area, just to give it fresh air, in the sense of, like, you're moving something and then, okay, so it's causing everything else. So move however many items you feel intuitively to move, kind of redecorating in a sense, it's redecorating is good to change that energy. Think of feng shui even, or maybe you want to get into that practice of feng shui, of seeing how you can make the most of your home's energy and make it work for you. Okay, and this is fun. This next one, how can you get out of your shell? Begin to come out of your shell and trust your direction. Again, trust intuition, right? But I think I mentioned earlier about Leo season. It's right after Cancer season, so it's like getting out of your shell now it's good preparation for Leo season, so you can really enjoy the sun, right? Enjoy it, that summer solstice. So how can you begin to come out of your shell and trust your direction? We have the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, 96 of forgiveness again, and 67 physical activity. So let's unpack this. Queen of Pentacles, she's very grounded, and she's literally in nature, right? Getting out there. She's with nobody. She just has herself, and she's perfectly fine just being there with the nature around her. And maybe this even talks about physical activity too. So I like that, just sitting up against a tree or whatever you can find here, and just taking a breath, taking a second to really just be grounded. And again, just in I was gonna say like incorporate the world around you, but that's kind of not, I don't know. Either way, be with the world around you so that you can really listen. Take that time to listen to the trees, to the graves, to the roses here. Listen to your inner being, Mother Earth, because she has a lot to say as well. And with the Two of Pentacles, I'm seeing the image of, obviously the snake here, but when it sheds its skin, it's coming out of its shell, it's rebirthing itself. So, and that's literally it on this card, is just eating again and again. And there's balance, of course, with the yin and the yang symbol. And maybe diving into those emotional depths, because once you're able to free yourself from trapped emotions, you're able to really come out of that shell. Like, you're breaking free that heart chakra, your root chakra, to feel stable. The emotion code has really, really helped me. It's so easy to release yourself from these trapped emotions, honestly. And after reading that, it changed my world a lot, because now I'm able to release myself from trapped emotions, my pets, my family, my friends, And so if that's something that's also hindering you, right? What's getting in the way? Yeah, yourself not having the emotional depth here, of just being so dry and deserted. You need to really release yourself from feeling that way. And that can even help with this decision that you have to make, of just really allowing yourself, your heart, to lead the way in a sense, or at least open, so that you can listen to it and find out what direction you want to go. Yeah, your heart chakra. And balance. I think I already mentioned that. Balance. So, yeah. And we had the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. Another snake here. Again, birth and rebirth. And just looking at things from another perspective. I can even see embodying someone who you want to be, right? That's kind of the basis of manifestation as well. Of this, if you want a certain job, okay, let's just say you want to be outgoing. You want to get out of your shell. So what would the version of you do when they get out of their shell? Would they be kind of embracing that Leo energy of kind of not being like the main character even, or kind of all out there? You don't have to do that, but you can embrace your confidence. That's really what I'm getting from this card for some reason, is just embodying someone or something new, embodying the traits that you want to have, so that you can look at things from another perspective and really take the time to surrender to and go within and find out, who do you want to be? Who are you? Who would you like to be? And again, we have the 96, forgiveness and physical activity. We kind of already went over the forgiveness, so you can come out of your shell. And again, if that was something that was hindering you, holding you back, that's going to keep you shelled up. So now, if you can let yourself forgive yourself and the world around you, you can really step free. I'm getting the full imagery, right, of just like expansiveness. And physical activity, that's one way to really get your body moving, get the energy moving through your body. If you're so angry, if you're so this, you're so that, movement to get it out, to release it. Because, or other things like the writing, right? But it doesn't work for everybody. Physical activity doesn't work for everybody, but there's something you can do. You can literally just go sit by a tree, go sit in nature here. And lastly, we have a message from the moon. What messages can the moon give you right now for this collective to move ahead through this Cancer season? What can you do? What messages does the moon have for you? Let's start off with the oracles. We've got 29, Divine Blueprint. We are unlocking the sacred knowledge embedded in your DNA from your cosmic guardians. So again, with that rebirth, that personal growth, right? We have 14, Diamond Sun Body. You have a gift that you have a gift that no other can offer. You are unique and have your part to play in the creation of our new earth. And 33, the path. Despite your doubt, your path is clear. The moon, Mother Moon, I was just about to say, is illuminating the truth for you, the direction you have to take. And then 24 was right under that, illumination. Shine your light upon those who cannot see. But the illumination in the water, right? Love that. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Speaking of manifestations earlier, we have 8 manifestation. So, again, how would your higher self live? What version of yourself do you want to embody and manifest that? Act as if you are that, because you are that. It's coming to you. You already know. You already know. And 1, new beginnings. 2, trust your intuition here. Love that. New beginnings, new beginnings. And we have the sun. So the moon is telling you to embrace yourself, embrace who you are, the sun inside of you, the vitality and the joy. And the sunflowers, they face the sun, so the sun's behind them. They're not facing the sun, they're facing you, because you are the one that's going to cultivate everything that you need. It's through you that you change your life and live the way you would like it. And we have the Emperor again, another 4. I don't know who's keeping count, but that's like 5 or 6 4s. I don't know. But the Emperor comes out again to tell you, like, you are protected here. You are being divinely guided and shielded with that eagle. So that can be a sign for you. You are being divinely protected. And it's time to really set up things and leave what isn't serving you so you can protect your foundation and live the stability that you crave for the domestic harmony, for that inner child here. 10 of Swords. And which is interesting because on the bottom of the deck, the other deck, we had 10 of Wands. So yeah, lots of endings and new beginnings. Like, this is a time for a new beginning. This summer is going to be probably one you won't forget. And of course, Leo season's coming up too. I don't know why I feel keep getting called to say that, but again, the sun came out for that. But yeah, walk away and don't let things that don't serve you hinder you anymore. Don't let it hinder your stability, your path, your future any longer, because it's time for you to live your life of who you are. And we have the Queen of Wands. So earlier we had the King of Wands as well. So we have both here, the divine counterpart, the balance, the yin, the yang, right? And this little kitty here, again, she's the witch of the tarot. She's going to manifest her life for her. She's not going to let anybody else tell her what she can and can't do. She's going to, again, the sunflower. She's going to create the life she wants, and she's not going to worry if anyone else is a part of it, because she knows she has herself. She is okay with walking away from things that don't serve her because she trusts and knows that it wasn't meant for her. Maybe it was part of her story in the past, but now she can move on to a brighter, better future here. You've got this. So good luck. Have a great Cancer season. Protect that sanctuary too, right? Maybe that's what it is. Protect your sanctuary. Don't let things hinder you. Maybe your sanctuary can be in nature somewhere, or in your mind. Manifest it in your mind. Go to your own sanctuary within your mind here, so free of the toxicity and the things that you don't want in there. Really manifest it. Manifest your desires. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for being here in general. Have a great Cancer season. If you are interested in diving deeper into your Cancer season, or just diving into some other personal things for you, definitely let me know down below. You can find my information there to book a personal reading. And with that, I can't wait to read for you in the future for the next time. And thank you for being with me here on this new earth. We are the creation of this new earth, and I can't wait to dive deeper into that. So thank you and goodbye.